Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and I'm joined by Dan Dix of PressForTruth.ca. Of course, Dan is a hero to us here at WHAM, and he has been doing incredible work for years, to say the least. We're big fans. He's influenced a lot of what we do here, and we've been looking at his website for many, many years, and here's the issue. Lately, we've been going on his website, and we'll be able to see, what's going on for a few moments, and then it'll shut down and tell us that there's some kind of problem with the website, and they'll say that there's some kind of risk and that we're not able to access the website. We've done this on a few different computers, and I wanted to know what's going on, Dan. What do you think is doing this?
Well, we've had issues like this in the past. First time I ever seen anything like this was probably about 3 years ago. One day I got up, I was about to post something on my website, and my website homepage said, "You have been hacked." And there was a huge, just a splash screen saying "You have been hacked." And back then, I actually think it was somebody pointing out some security flaws in our system and saying, "We did this to show you that there are some holes, and you need to protect your site a little bit better." And because of that, whoever did that, I ended up having to add, CAPTCHA codes and these sorts of things to solve these problems. Because, when we talk about the things that we do and we start to get a certain amount of people tuning into our websites, yeah, there's certain interests out there who want to silence the voice or try to get as least amount of people going there as possible. So now our servers have seem to have suffered another attack. We're doing a whole new cleanup. A cleanup of the whole system now because of another attack. So these things, I don't know if it's ever going to not continue to happen. We have to try to stay two steps ahead, I suppose, with the technology and everything. But it's always probably always going to be a concern. People are always going to be looking to shut us down.
Yeah, and of course, people are going to be shooed away from your website if they see a big red X next to the link. And yeah. I mean, that's a real disservice to you and to everything that you stand for. And I mean, you had your likes manipulated on Facebook last year, I believe, drastically.
Big time. Last year on my Facebook fan, the page, the Press for Truth page, I had 390,000 people who liked that page and were following what I do there. Facebook not long ago did a purge of fake accounts and accounts that were just no longer being used. And fair enough, that's fine. That happened a while back now, and I lost about about 15 to 20,000 people just dropped. I went from 390,000 down to 370,000 overnight. Now, that was about 8 or 9 months ago. Ever since then, every single day, we put out hard-hitting information, and we create, powerful memes that get hundreds and hundreds of shares, lots of comments all the time, and our numbers have not gone up, not one single like in over 8 months. In fact, they're continuing to go down. Just yesterday, it already got back down to 365,000. Now, today, it's at 364,000. It just continues to go down. So although we're pumping out the memes and the articles and the videos and getting tons of shares, you can see that, the numbers are saying that, no, you're not getting any new likes. In fact, you're losing likes, which it doesn't make any sense. We know exactly what's going on. This is the shutting down. This is the silencing of the truth movement. And it's also, let's be honest too, it's also Facebook's attempt to make a little bit of cash here because, they don't want people using this marketing platform as a free marketing platform to build their business, which is what people are doing. So when you get a page that gets as big as mine, almost close to 400,000 likes or followers, they all of a sudden are going to want me to start paying to boost posts and paying to have people like my stuff, and I'll just go elsewhere. But yeah, that's what's going on with Facebook, man. They've just been all over me lately.
Well, I don't know if you think, I'm sure there's a mix of trolls versus Facebook versus possibly the government. We know that there's House resolutions in the United States that say that they can manipulate independent media. I know the TPP has provisions about that as well. And I know Rudkowski is banned from France. I mean, it's getting to that point where we got to think maybe we are just striking a chord with the establishment, which is exactly what we want to be doing anyway.
You know, Twitter is now about to change their algorithm to be similar more to Facebook's. And essentially, that's going to put the people you interact with more at the top of your news feed. And so essentially, certain tweets from people you follow are going to get buried at the bottom of your news feed, and you may not see certain things anymore. So it's becoming more like Facebook, where tweets coming from people like you and me are going to get buried in the bottom of the mainstream people who we're trying to reach. The people we're trying to reach are not necessarily going to be seeing our tweets.
Yeah. And how else do you think you've been manipulated over the last year? Because it's obviously something that's growing as time goes by.
Yeah, well, in terms of the numbers, I mean, there's always stuff going on, as well as trolls. But I've always, taken the stance of not really engaging with any of these people or any of the trolls or the people who just continuously, when you put out a video and it's 15 minutes long and there's 3 thumbs down on it within the first minute, it's not possible anybody's watched that video. So you clearly have some trolls trying to just shut you down. You know what? A lot of times, Josh, and you may find this in your experience over time, it's a lot of jealousy. Sometimes it's people who you have interacted with before, and they're just, they're not out there doing the work, and they're jealous that you are, and that's sometimes what it is. But regardless of what it is, let's just ignore it and continue to press on, right? That's my outlook on it, is just continue to produce the content, and what will be will be.
Well, of course, and you do incredible work, Dan, and it doesn't make any sense for the likes to be going down on your Facebook page, considering the fact that you just keep putting out more and more consistent reports, more and more great work, interviews, etc. And I mean, it is true to say that, we need to work past it. It's a reality of the fact that independent media is becoming the new mainstream media, and we are taking out the mainstream media. As we can see, CBC is laying off all these people. All the mainstream medias are laying people off in mass. Mm-hmm. And I mean, for example, there's times where I'll have an average of 10 dislikes a day, which isn't too bad, I have to admit. But then one day, suddenly I'll have 720 dislikes within an hour. And I got to make the point that I'm banned from monetizing most videos on YouTube because of controversy. Mm-hmm. YouTube will forget to tally views on new important videos on the first day when it's most important. And I'm banned from sharing in groups on Facebook most of the time. So, I mean, we have a battle ahead of us, Dan, but of course, you and I both know that it comes with the territory, and we will just keep getting out there and trying to smack the all-seeing eye, and I think we're doing just that. So thank you very much, Dan, for joining us. We'll have to have you on the show sometime, and also have fun in Anarchapulco.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just in the middle of packing right now. I leave tomorrow off to Anarchapulco, going to be giving a talk at that conference there, and then teaching an 8-hour workshop course with Rudkowski and Adam Kokesh, just to give people the behind the scenes, how we do what it is we do, allowing the students to just pick our brains, the 3 of us, and ask us questions, and then we'll put them through a couple of real life journalism scenarios and this kind of thing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Just getting packed now. So, stay tuned to the YouTube channel. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how to go live while I'm over there on YouTube. And otherwise, we'll be updating people on Twitter and my website and Facebook as best as I can.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be epic. And as always, check out PressForTruth.ca, folks. If you haven't actually found PressForTruth.ca in your journey through independent media, I that kind of boggles my mind. But if you haven't, check out PressForTruth.ca. Always putting out incredible work. And thank you very much, Dan. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, man. Take care. Keep up the good work.